Hi, I am Dr.
Yeah,
Owen Scott Muir. Just introducing myself, I am a dual board certified child, adolescent, and adult psychiatrist. I'm a distinguished fellow of the American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry, and I am recording this call because I'm in a one-party state.
Sounds good. Yeah, so I was looking at your profile, and I guess before I jumped on the call, I wasn't aware of this, but what I was explaining to Ben is that you're not facility contracted. You're not inpatient contracted with us.
That's correct. We are not an inpatient facility.
Right. So the Compact Act is considered like an emergency referral, which would be a veteran walking in off the street, but they have to walk into an emergency department.
That's inaccurate. So if that's your understanding of the law, you have an inaccurate understanding of the law. If that's your understanding of the law, you have an inaccurate understanding of the law. The Compact Act was actually amended last year to include emergent care for suicidal veterans in any facility, not just emergency rooms.
Yeah, sorry, let me restate that. That's the law, but in terms of how you're contracted with Optum, you don't have the ability to take a veteran in on a Compact Act.
Well, yes,
you're not contracted to do that.
So what you need to understand is that there is no contract necessary to do that. The law is that those veterans are allowed to seek care with any provider providing any medically necessary service if they are suicidal by anyone's opinion. And so our contract with Optum is irrelevant here. We're legally allowed to submit claims for the care of those veterans if anybody who has the appropriate medical training, a nurse, a crisis responder, a physician like myself.
Okay, to be super clear, the Compact Act was updated, specifically Section 201 of the law, to extend no-cost temporary healthcare benefits for emergent suicidal care to eligible individuals, including veterans and former service members, regardless of their VA enrollment status. And this means that individuals experiencing an acute suicidal crisis can receive immediate care at the VA or non-VA facilities without any cost to those individuals. This includes all veterans, whether or not they are enrolled in the VA health system, with the essentially there's a dishonorable discharge exclusion that includes a very few number of people, and any service members who serve more than 100 days under the combat exclusion or in support of a contingency operation or who are victims of sexual assault or harassment while serving. The Compact Act aims to ensure that veterans and eligible individuals in a suicidal crisis get the care they need when they need it, regardless of their VA enrollment status or their prior military discharge status at any facility, including mine. So the fun part is the Optum representative who was telling me quite confidently that Optum doesn't process these claims is misinformed, because it turns out when you call the VA and you get the provider number for submitting of these claims, and you put that back into your system and you submit a claim, and the claim gets bounced back because, of course, they don't process them. The entity is also another Optum. It's all Optum. They have all of those contracts to process both Compact Act claims and non-Compact Act claims in the VA Community Care Network. If you're a veteran who needs help, you deserve to get the care you need at no cost, and that's what the law says.
What is your understanding as the way veterans are supposed to obtain their legally provisioned care, if not through a facility that submits a claim to Optum?
Who, to be super clear, is the claims administrator both for the VA Community Care Network and for the Compact Act, according to the VA, who I, of course, contacted. Don't worry, I asked for a manager.
I'm going to read you the text of the law because I think it may be worth familiarizing yourself with what it actually says.
No,
I'm so helpful. He doesn't want the help.
I'm sorry. At this point, honestly, you don't need to read me the law. The law is not going to help us in this situation. You're more than welcome to speak with my director?
Yes.
Or
Can you just do that right now?
Matter on this option? No, absolutely not right now. I'll contact her and see if she's able to call at another point. But
she never called. I mean, come on.
At this point, the overall issue is there's no way for Optum to pay you without a referral, and you never obtained one.
Yeah, because we legally by law don't have to do that. So why would we go and do a thing that isn't part of the law? You're not interested in understanding the law.
Because it's a part of the contract.
But the law supersedes your contract.
You're mixing two legalities. I don't think.
You're making a contract law claim.
To be honest.
Well, I mean, what's your training, by the way, good sir?
My training's irrelevant. I'm just telling you how that.
Well, I'm asking you a question. I'm asking.
You signed to be a part of.
I did. What is your training and level of licensure?
That's irrelevant.
I'm asking a question. You're an employee.
No, I will email you that information. At this point, I'm going to end the call.
We never got that email. Sorry.
Reach out to her and discuss because this call.
And to be clear, to be 100% clear, good sir, to be 100% clear, you're refusing to provide me information about your full name, the name of your supervisor, your level of licensure, or your level of training. Is that correct?
No, I said I'll email Bed back and I'll provide you all of that information.
I am asking you right now to tell me your full name, your level of licensure, and what your training is. And you can either provide it or not provide it, but I want to be crystal clear. You're either agreeing to provide that information or you're refusing.
I guess I don't understand what you're asking about licensure. Are you talking about a medical license?
Do you have a license of any kind?
No, I'm a provider relations advocate for Optum Behavioral Health.
So you're an employee with zero professional licensure, telling a licensed physician what he can or cannot do. Okay, thank you. Do you have any training in the law? Are you a lawyer?
No, I'm an employee telling you how you contracted and how the contract functions within the VAC.
If you're a veteran, you are entitled under the law to care if you're in a suicidal crisis at no cost to you. I'm Dr. Owen Muir, and at Radial, you are welcome to receive the best mental health care that has ever existed. We stand with our veterans. Thank you for your service.